Hey, Brent Chapman here, and I want to share with you guys a quick little tip that'll make you a better fisherman. When it comes to fishing jigs, soft plastics, when you're fishing stuff slower on the bottom and really working it, it's so important to keep your rod tip high and be a line watcher. So I've got a spinning rod rigged up here with a little worm on it. I've got some yellow braid on here so you guys can see it, but I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So you'll watch me here. I'm going to fire this bait out there, and when it hits the water, my rod tip is all the way up here and I'm watching my line. That bait is falling just directly straight down to the bottom. It's not you. And that's a big thing. When you throw a bait out and it hits the water, you want that thing to look as natural as possible. So by me having my rod up here, that bait is falling straight to the bottom. If I have my rod tip out like this and the line's tight, the bait is going to pendulum down instead of falling straight down and looking natural. The next part of that is, by me having my rod tip up here, I've got more control over the situation than if I had my rod out here. I can't feel what my bait's doing. I can't feel if a fish has got it until I'm caught at an awkward angle and have to set the hook, and a lot of times miss them. So by me having my rod tip up here, I can clearly see my line. I can just raise up on the worm and let it fall back down, and the whole time I'm watching my line. So just fire that out there. Let it sink to the bottom. I'm watching my line. Keep that rod tip high. A little bit of vegetation there. I can feel it go through the vegetation. Raise up. And that's the thing. Even in this little bit of vegetation, by having my rod up here, I can really distinguish what I'm feeling. Oh, I have no pressure on that line, so I'm just watching it fall naturally. I saw it hit the bottom. I raise up, let it fall again. See, my line just jumped. See how it's getting tight? Now I checked it, the fish has got it, reel down and set the hook. Not the biggest bass in the pond, but the bite essentially is the same. I mean, that could have been an 8-incher or an 8-pounder. The bite's going to be the same. So fishing the bait the right way, the detecting the bite the same, the hook set, all that's the same. It's just the size of the fish on the end. That's just up to you and what kind of luck you're meant to have. See ya, dude. So it's just really important to keep your rod tip high so you can watch your line. But like I said, watch your line, because you'll see it. A lot of times it'll be just a tap, that line will jump a little bit. Or even if not, as your rod tip's high, you can feel that fish swimming with it. Gives you a chance to reel down and really get a good hook set. Instead of, if you're caught out here, you can't feel very well and all you can do is give a half-hearted hook set. So keep the rod tip high, throw it out there, keep a lot of slack line in there, and just watch your line. Oh, there he is. See it? As soon as I raised up, one hit it, but I felt it let go of it. Oh, I still got it. Just like that. So guys, that might not be the biggest bass in the world, but I'll tell you what, it teaches you a lot. And I can't stress enough to, even catching fish this size will give you confidence on how to detect a bite, what a bite feels like, what it looks like when you're watching your line, how to set the hook. So even if you got a little pond like this, that'll get you a lot of bites, it'll help make you a better fisherman. So be a line watcher, find you a little pond like that where you can practice getting a lot of bites, and you're gonna be a lot better fisherman because of it. See ya, dude.